Hello, welcome to the continuation of our love relationship series, one that I am just super excited about. This is something that's going to have such a big impact in the world. I really believe it. If you're looking for your soulmate, if you're trying to figure out, how to stay out of isolation in this crazy world, if you're trying to figure out, how to get out of that loneliness trap. Right, this is the avenue to take. It's the love relationships that you have in your life, and there's some amazing things that I've learned, and mentors have spoken into me, and I've other people on our Life Transformed team, their experiences have fed into this whole purpose area, and this whole series, as a matter of fact. So what I want to talk about today specifically is something that I've fallen a victim to, like most of these things, right? And this is a big one. We've talked about, just review some of the different topics we talked about. We talked about the fact that we're created for love, or that we need to get out of isolation into community. We talked about being genuine. And the lessons, like you have to be what it is you want to attract. So really a good hard look at yourself and see if you're doing that. Don't settle. Don't settle. Trust your friends was the last thing we talked about. And this one here is kind of along the lines of don't settle. But it's more direct than don't settle. It is you can't fix somebody. You can't fix somebody. You can't say, well, I think I can deal with this aspect. I'll be able to fix it, or I'll be able to deal with it. It's not going to work. It is not going to work. And that mindset is just going to cause frustration. It's going to cause friction, right? So if you think at all, number one, that in a relationship you can fix somebody, or number two, that they can fix you, then be very careful, because that is a slippery slope that you don't want to go down. Again, in my world, you cannot rely on another person for that kind of stuff. God, that's it. That's it. Keep God front and center. Don't count on another person, because us people will disappoint each other. We will. It isn't a matter of if, it's when. We will disappoint each other. So if we rest any of our, especially relationally, if we rest any of our hopes on each other, in that scenario, it's not going to lead to happiness. It's going to lead to disappointment. It's going to lead to conflict. And it's really not going to be a nice road to be on. I mean, I've been down that road several times. And sometimes it isn't even a conscious thing where you say, I'm going to fix somebody. But it's more of I'm just going to overlook this particular thing, because in time it'll get better. So that's the passive way to fix. I'm going to overlook it because over time it's going to get better. I'm working on this with me, so I don't need her to fix me, because I got this. I'm gonna work on it, and I'm going to make it better. Again, this is a slippery slope. I've been down that road, and it just is not a happy place to be. So that's the watch out. Okay, that is the big wash out. You can't fix it. They can't fix you. You can't fix them. So go into it, being, with that mindset is don't need fixing. I may need fixing, but I turn to God for the fixing part. And then what we look at our relationship is we are genuine, we are complete coming together as we are right now in this moment. And yeah, we're going to grow. But we're going to grow by focusing on God and putting God at the center of our relationship versus putting that pressure on each other, which is too much for anybody to have to bear, right? Because we weren't designed for that. That's why God wants our hearts, right? That's where we need to go with that kind of stuff. All right, that's it. And we'll see you in this series on love relationships.